Hey everyone, so I heard you guys were having a little bit of trouble with problems relating to finding the hypothesis about a proportion. So let's do a practice problem so that I can explain to you how to do it. So let's do number 5. The following is based on information from The Wolf in the Southwest, The Making of an Endangered Species by David E. Brown. Before 1919, the proportion of female wolves in the general population of all southwestern wolves was about 50%. However, after 1919, the southwestern cattle ranchers began a widespread effort to destroy wolves. In a recent sample of 34 wolves, there were only 10 females. One theory is that male wolves tend to return sooner than females to their old territory. Do these data indicate that the population proportion of female wolves is now less than 50% in the region? Use alpha equals 0.01. Okay, so first things first, we have to find the HO and the HA. So since it's asking if the data is now less than 50%, HO has to have equality and HA will be P is less than 50%. So HO is P equals 0.50 and HA is P is less than 0.50. And so HA would be the claim. Well, would be like what we're trying to find. So then it's a left-tailed one proportion z-test because it's less than. So it's left-tailed. The alpha is 0.01 because it says to use alpha equals 0.01. So then on the graph, you would shade in the left, and it's 0.01, and it's negative 2.33. Then you have to look for the conditions. So in the problem, it's not stated that it's random, so you have to assume that a random sample was conducted because it doesn't say it. So for the normality, you have to do n, which is 34, times p, which is 0.50, and that's greater than 10. And then you also have to do 34 times q, which is 0.50, which is also greater than 10. Then for independence, doing the 10% condition, you would do 10 times n, which is 34, is less than all the wolves that there are ever. So for the sample data, you would do there's p equals 0.50, q equals 0.50, p hat, which is x over n, is 0.2941, n, which is 34, and z, which I'm going to explain how to find right now. So for z, you do p hat minus p all over the square root of pq over n. So that would do, so you'd do 0.2941 minus 0.50 all over the square root of 0.50 times 0.50 over 34. And that gives you negative 2.40, which is the z, negative 2.40. So when you have the z, you look for that in the chart, in the z table, and your p-value is what you'd find, which is 0.0082. Now, since 0.0082 is less than your alpha, which is 0.01, that means that your decision would be to reject the HO. So that means that your conclusion would be that at the 1% significance level, there's not enough evidence to say that the population proportion of female wolves is 50%. So that basically means that the data does indicate that the population proportion of female wolves is less than 50% now. And that's what it was asking. It was asking, do these data indicate that the population proportion of female wolves is now less than 50% in the region? The answer is yes. So I hope that helped you guys. See you guys next time.